Hey, it's Kris back. Another week. It's been a minute with the Daily Dingdong, Dorward Daily Dingdong. Let's get that right. See, we don't do it often enough. I'm forgetting what it's fucking called.
It's been a long hiatus.
It has been a minute, and we're back with Tam, as you will be able to see on YouTube, since we are kind of recording this as a video podcast, the first one. Go to my YouTube, Chef Before Gaming, and you can watch all of it, and there'll be like links to stuff and things that we talk about. How have you been, Tam? I know you've been away at Egypt. You left me at work.
I'm sorry.
All by myself. Don't apologise. It was for family.
I did hear that you thrived.
Yeah, well, that's what happens, you know, when you haven't got someone weighing you down. But we'll move on from that.
Weighing him down. Nice.
But yeah, there was a family emergency in Egypt, so we're not going to hold any of that against you. Do you want to get straight into it?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So first story today is from Paige Holland at the Mirror. Yeah.
I'm glad you're actually moving onto new newspapers.
Onto new newspapers, yeah. as opposed to like the Daily Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have such great stories.
They really don't.
No, they don't. They're pretty shit. They are pretty shit. Sorry, I'm just going to sort out my desktop so that we can actually watch what we're... Whoa, that wasn't meant to happen. So we can watch what we're doing at the same time. Well,
all you listeners will know he struggles with reading.
Yep.
So bear with us.
Yep, I'm on like key stage... I think I'm on key stage 2 now. No, I did really well at my spelling the other day. Thanks, man. My tutor was an absolute saint. Some questionable things happened. So, from Paige Holland, who is the Bazaar editor, I didn't write down what his job title was. He's like the Bazaar editor at the Mirror. I might be wrong. Paige Holland, you know, if you're out there, let me know that I got it wrong. But this is been his publication this week. I say his, I assume it's a him because there was a picture of a man, but Paige sounds like a bit of a female's name to me.
I think it could be male or female.
Yeah. I actually kept this story up because there's a picture I want to show you, which if I can do it correctly, you have to bear with me, I might actually be able to show everyone else as well. But I might not be able to.
Shut the front door. I
know. So, man asks for no salad in McDonald's burger, but when it arrived, he was devastated.
Devastated.
So, what's your predictions of the outcome? Don't read the...
I'm not reading it. What I'm just thinking is I would never be devastated by what I received from McDonald's.
No, you know what the expectation is.
Yeah, it's McDonald's.
Yeah, it's Mackie D's.
At the worst case scenario, if it was like awful, you could just ask for a replacement.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
They'll do it as well. I've asked for a replacement of stuff.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah, because, you know, my standards are so fucking high. The devastated man was exposed by his wife on Facebook after he had accidentally removed one too many ingredients from the burger he was ordering from McDonald's. So already, it was his mistake. So it's definitely worth a news story. A man's unconventional McDonald's order has left people online in hysterics. The picky eater's wife explained that he wanted to try to remove the salad from the chicken burger he was ordering from Uber Eats. Couldn't even be asked to go out to Mackie D's and get it himself. But he ended up accidentally removing almost everything else, with the only ingredient remaining being ketchup.
I mean, he sounds like an idiot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've probably all had a ketchup sandwich at some point, and I mean, I don't like ketchup in general.
So have you?
Because I don't know if you know, I'm a chef, you know. So
I see what you do. Do you also know this chef? He likes to make everything into ketchup. So he'll make mushroom ketchup, cream ketchup.
I don't like tomato ketchup.
So you make mushroom ketchup instead?
Yeah, cucumber ketchup, beetroot ketchup.
Beetroot I can get down with.
Oh, cucumber's amazing. Really nice. Yeah. White rice vinegar rather than using like normal white wine vinegar.
Well, doesn't everyone use rice vinegar?
I digress. Probably more than others. Some more than others. I feel like more under pressure because there is a camera, but it's fine.
Now everyone put a face.
I like the lighting though.
To the voice. The lighting's good.
Yeah, the lighting is good.
Who's that weirdo just there in the middle?
I don't know. I think that's one of the workers.
We
are filming from an empty restaurant right now.
Not so empty.
Yeah, just a few of us. The woman posted a picture of her husband posing with his disappointed delivery on Facebook while she tucked into her meal. So I'm going to get a picture of this up.
Do you know the best part of this story, Chris?
What's that?
It's the fact that she could not care less. She just can continue eating her sandwich. She was like,
yeah, exactly.
You screwed up.
Oh,
I'll enjoy my food.
Here we go. So what I can do is display 1. Yeah, I want to do that. So I've got the story here. I had to keep it up for the. This is very confusing. I'm not going to be able to show you because my slobs is not doing very well. But where's the picture of the man? The picture of the man. There you go. So I'll put a picture up of the man
He
now.
literally got a box of ketchup.
I'm just
with the bread.
Oh shit! Yeah, he didn't get the bread.
So why didn't you just order chicken nuggets? If you just wanted the chicken patty and no bread even.
Yeah, but like it's a bit of a difference, isn't it?
What,
like,
chicken nuggets and the big chicken nugget they put in the chicken sandwich?
Yeah, just getting some like nuggies, and you want a big one to put the bread in. I don't know.
I don't know, mate. It sounds like this guy clearly doesn't know what he's doing.
But so that's the picture, and as I said, I will put the picture up for the video. But the woman posted the picture of her husband posing with his disappointing delivery on Facebook while she tucked into her meal. I like how she tucks in. She's
I loved it. That is the best part.
Fuck you. She wrote, "My husband just ordered McDonald's from Uber Eats. He unticked all the salad options because he doesn't like it without realising he unticked the bread, bun, and chicken too." So, like...
He got a box of ketchup.
But, like, at the same time, surely McDonald's would be like, oh, hang on a minute. They don't just want... the guys at McDonald's don't give a fuck, do they? They're probably, like, laughing. They're like, this fucking twat.
It is
opening packets of ketchup.
Also, they probably... McDonald's is... We're in hospitality, we know, like, how the system works with Deliveroo. They get the check through, they got a contact number for the customer. It's unlikely that McDonald's has a facility to call their customers.
Yeah, I mean, what? Like, they don't have a phone?
Yeah, I doubt it. No, probably in the manager's office they have a phone, but I don't think... It's not like they're calling for reservations.
Yeah, it's not like,
Why
I ordered some sweet and sour chicken balls and, like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wanted sweet and sour... yeah. You wanted sweet and sour chicken balls without the pastry. Without the batter. Silly Billy.
Oh, dear God.
So she tucked in. She's happy. She got a, Big Mac. Well, I don't know what she had. But
to be honest, in the
maybe
beginning
she had
of
a
this,
wrap.
I liked that
She's
she
a female.
continued eating, but then when you piece up the whole story together, she continued eating. She then took a photo of her husband, put it online,
and was like...
and mocked him.
Look upset.
She's a bit of a bitch.
A big bitch. But this meant that he had paid full price for a chicken burger, which consisted of just ketchup. She added, so this is his chicken burger that turned up and he paid £3+ for, and £4 delivery. Since being posted, it has received more than 8,000 likes in a group and 1,600 comments from members. That's some good... that's some good stats,
It's good
man.
traction.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
And
good
also an
reach.
article in the Mirror.
Ah, fuck that. You want the likes, don't you?
Well,
Fuck the Mirror.
Surely that will help increase likes.
Probably. I mean, when I get home, I'm going to look for it.
Just to like it.
One wrote, "This made my day." Another added, "Honestly, this happens to me so often because I'm only meat and cheese person. Ha ha ha." How is this happening so often? Like, if it happens once, it's not going to happen again.
Surely,
like,
if it's
eyes,
happening
for
very
me.
often, McDonald's are doing very well out of it.
Yeah, they are.
£4 for a little tub of ketchup.
A third joke is, he looks fuming. Hilarious. I'm more shocked that they sent this out. They defo knew it was a mistake. Bet they had a proper laugh at him. Ha 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 ha. Said another. And his little face, purely devastated, wrote a fifth. But a few people in the group were quick to point out that the chicken burgers don't come with ketchup, which prompted Drew to explain that Lewis adds ketchup as an extra and removes the mayonnaise as he doesn't like it. Oh, that's the cherry, man.
He is like special.
That's amazing. So I thought that would tickle you, the guy.
That definitely tickles me.
The guy with the ketchup in a box.
I still
in a tub.
maintain he could have ordered fucking nuggets, and none of this would have had a problem.
If he didn't, I reckon because he had to remove stuff and then add stuff, poor lad just got confused. Do you know what I mean? Does it say where they came from? Not that it matters, but it does. Uber Eats, so it'll be like a city. It doesn't even say. It doesn't even say.
Scary.
Where do you think he comes from? Let's be really... I'm going to say Liverpool.
I reckon it's outer London.
Outer London.
Yeah.
Is it the Tash?
No, it's just the confused look.
The
He
confused
doesn't
look.
know whether he's a
like-
city boy or...
Yeah. He's actually in Harrow, but he's like, yeah, mate.
There's no way he's from Harrow.
I'm a Londoner.
There's no chance he's from Harrow.
No,
No, they have schools in Harrow.
All right, Ruislip. Next to the, he lives next
Slough.
to the, lives next to
He's
the
from
Wimpy.
Slough.
He's from Slough. Oh God, have you seen in Ruislip? It's like one of the only Wimpies left. I used to drive past it every day to work.
Yeah. I used to
Good
like
old
Wimpies
Wimpy.
when I was very, very young, but it's not that great.
Yeah, I haven't had it as an adult, but I always remember it because you got your shit on a plate.
I liked it because of the American mustard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit sharp.
But it was like getting a Mackie D's, but a little bit more of a treat because you actually ate off crockery.
I thought it was like cheaper than McDonald's.
Well, I mean, back then it might have been. Now I'm guessing they're doing whatever they can to sell them Wimpy burgers at the few Wimpies.
So what do you reckon happened with one in Ruislip? Like they closed down
It's
and
a
then he had a
franchise.
franchise. So
It's a franchise,
he
yeah.
I'm staying open.
He can stay open, yeah, absolutely.
So where does he get
That's what it is. They got
stock from?
big TVs and stuff.
Where do they get the stock from?
I have no idea. Maybe he's just
Do
making
their
it
own
up.
thing.
Yeah. It's just using Bob, out the back of the van.
I'll press this burger. I've been doing it for 30 years. I know what I'm doing.
Can I get 30% more sawdust with that meat, please? No, they don't do that anymore, do they?
I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Do you remember they? I've never seen it myself, but with mince, if it started to go with grey, which is fine, by the way, fine.
It's just the oxidization of the meat.
Exactly. They would blitz up pig's hearts
No.
to make them red, but you have to sell it that day because it will go black by the end of the day. The
Black
pig's
pudding.
blood will go black.
That is disgusting.
Black pudding. I'm liking the way this is looking. The only thing is I'm going to have to edit this heavily now.
Why?
Because it's a video one.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I won't. I'm not going to edit that out.
I think you should just leave it.
Okay. Even the
Natural.
intro.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're moving to the metro now. Yeah. I know we're in the northeast, but it doesn't mean we're getting the train.
I quite like the metro.
What, the paper?
Yeah, when I was in
I
London,
like it
used to
because it's
yeah.
free. And if I was
It's
cold
free,
on the
and
tube.
also it's more like information based rather than tabloid.
Oh, you're right, because the story we've got has got information in it.
That's good.
And
Good start.
it's based.
I also like City AM. It's something I miss.
City AM. I
Yeah.
don't know what that is. Is that
It's-
paper?
It's a financial paper. Like.
For the FT.
F-
Oh, come
no,
on
but
now.
it's free. it gets circulated the same way as Metro does.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to love City AM.
Is it like an insert in the
I
metro?
think on the
Cool.
you'd also have like the property sections, like you have an Evening Standard, but it would be on I can't remember Tuesday or Friday.
Proxy
Paper.
section. What's that?
Property.
Oh, property. Oh,
It's my lisp.
businessman.
No.
Yeah. You say no.
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 One does
Absolutely
not.
not.
No. One buys the property and gets someone else to run it for me. It's not true, by the way.
It's not true. We run it all in house.
So the metro. This is Joe Roberts. I went to school with a guy called Joe Roberts.
Did you?
It's not the same person.
How do you know?
How do I know? Because up until my Facebook got blocked,
He was degenerate.
I was friends with him on Facebook.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Why did your Facebook group?
I don't know. I never got.
You never
it
got
back. I
to-
think it got hacked,
So you
or I was just too popular and it crashed.
doubt it.
Yeah, that's not what happened. But I think it got hacked, and I think some stuff got sent out that wasn't nice.
What did you send out, Chris?
Nothing. I don't know. I woke up one day and I didn't have my Instagram or my Facebook.
And people, that's why you should know your limits when it comes to drinks and drugs.
And follow me at Chef Before Gaming on Instagram. And so anyway, so that's how that happened. I don't want to start up a Facebook again because that sounds like a job in itself. And it was just becoming like an advertisement page. Anyway, you scroll down, advert.
Yeah, to be honest, like
Advert.
Facebook, like I can't remember the last time I posted, and I just realised like it's so
You
pointless.
just use it to stay in contact with your old mates, don't you?
I don't anymore. I just use it as like if you're on transport or you're passing the time, just
Having a
scroll. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
That's the
use
perfect
YouTube
time.
now.
Yeah.
YouTube's my social media, I guess.
But the clips on YouTube are longer.
How meta is that, eh? We're on YouTube, talking about YouTube.
You see? Bump us up.
Hit that like, subscribe, ring the bell, whatever. So this is Joe Roberts. I knew a guy at my school called Joe Roberts. It's not him though. And
Deja vu. Is that because you're planning to rub out that whole section?
no, absolutely not. It was a really good conversation that we had. A Tesco's was left covered in smashed eggs after a fight broke out between customers over a 2-minute silence. So, when was 2 minutes? It's tomorrow, isn't it?
No, it was last Sunday, mate. Remembrance, surely.
Yeah, obviously. Why
Yeah.
would I think it was tomorrow?
I
Because it's
have
the
no
11th of the 11th tomorrow.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Remembrance Sunday.
so this happened a
he
couple...
clearly doesn't remember.
I can never forget. Hey, father!
Lest we forget.
Lest we forget. I'm just a really patriotic guy, you know.
I doubt it.
Yeah, my underpants have got a Union Jack on right now. It's just, I had to wash the racism out of them first.
At least you didn't have... No, the thing is, I have no problem with the Union Jack flag. I'm not so keen on the St. George one.
Oh, I'm fine with all of them, as long as it's not being waved by a patriotic person who's not patriotic but racist. You know who you are.
There is nothing wrong with the Union Jack, okay?
I thought he was going to say there's nothing wrong with
every
racism.
other country are proud of their flags. But we have like this stigma attached to it.
I think the stigma is there because of racist louts.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with a couple. Ooh,
that was Shoji.
That was
he
a
is
small bark.
the most...
Did he get his foot stuck in the door or something?
No, I think he wants to come in.
Yeah.
He's a lovely dog.
He's not allowed in unless we invite him because he's a vampire dog.
He's not. He's really, really lovely.
He's a big dog.
Yeah, he's come in, Choj. Come and say hello to the viewers.
Just don't move the ice cream tubs that we've got the camera on right now.
There we go. Look at this guy. How beautiful is this man?
Whoopsie whoop. Thank you.
Give him a kiss.
No.
Give him a kiss.
He's already been licking my hand, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so there was eggs smashed everywhere, it seems, because it's made national news or London news anyway. What's the rest of the supermarket in Middlesbrough? Middlesbrough, just down the road. Yeah.
Well, now we know why this story happened.
Because it was in Middlesbrough.
It was in Middlesbrough. I don't know what anyone expects.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was originally born in Middlesbrough, so I was just born there. Like,
thank God.
Yeah, I know. Moved down south, didn't I? Good one.
That didn't last long.
While the rest of the supermarket in Middlesbrough came to a standstill, one woman continued shopping and talking. She was told to shush while other customers observed the silence in honour of falling servicemen and women. However, she took umbrage to this. Yeah, like, I mean, I get it. I get it's quite disrespectful, but at the end of the day, it's like you're not that person's parent. Don't tell them to shush. It's like, for instance, I know this is kind of unrelated, but my friend, not going to name any names, but they chew with their...
Joe Roberts.
yeah, at the Metro. But they chew with their mouth open, and it really frustrates me, but I'm not their parent, so they can do that.
Do you think they know they're doing it?
I mean, if they listen to this, they might.
Can you demonstrate how that looks?
No. I hate it that much. Oh, man, I just get the sound in my mouth.
How do you chew with your mouth?
It's more like...
You know who you are.
Yes, sorry if you figured it out, but chew with your mouth closed, like, seriously, bro or sis, whoever it could be, chew with your mouth closed. It really reminds me, like, if I was in a shop in Tesco's in Middlesbrough and you were chamming, I would throw eggs at you. But do you know what I mean? Like, it's disrespectful, but in my eyes, it's like they're an adult. They can, if they want to disrespect the memory, like they could have been German, like.
Yeah, they could have been, but I mean.
And then you probably want to do it even more, wouldn't you? And be like, oh, Scheiße.
I do.
Oh no, I remember, I swear.
I think the problem with your logic on it is like every time an adult is out of line, we just let them get away with it.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. You have literally just put a pin in my balloon.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, contested. Well done.
Yeah, just like I'm not usually so patriotic, but I think in that particular instant, 2 minutes is not going to kill you.
Oh, absolutely
just
not. But I mean, we haven't read on yet. But I think like a shh or what are you doing, you twat? Not. Well, I've got some eggs. You got some eggs?
Who threw the first egg?
Well, we're going to find out. Which a witness said. So she took umbrage. So that's leading us down a path of maybe she was the egg bearer.
That's what I think.
The bearer of all eggs.
You told me to shush, I'll throw eggs at you.
Yeah, you can. A witness said, we were all stood still, observing the 2 minute silence. They were observing it, watching silence. When we heard lots of screaming and shouting, everyone was looking at each other. We were like, what's going on? I heard someone shout, you've disrespected my mother. She added that where, this is not written very well. She added, that there were smashed eggs all over the floor of the Tesco's Extra. So it was a small Tesco's.
I mean, You disrespected my mother. So what was it? The child of the person who was told to shush?
I think so.
Or was it the person that has the memory of someone who did something in the war?
It's
very vague.
It's hard to tell because Joe Roberts has done such a great job of explaining what has happened.
A police bit.
I see why. Hey, hang on. I see why the metro is free now, though. So, a police spokesman said, following a verbal altercation reportedly involving a man and a woman and another 2 women, a man allegedly assaulted the 2 women. Witnesses are being asked to contact police. I wish I read that story before I put it on there, because that's an anticlimax.
I really would have liked to know.
Really feel like I've got egg on my face.
Terrible pun. I would love to know who threw the first egg.
Yeah. I mean, who? Yeah.
Because the story hinges on that premise of, was it the person who was like, shh, and then threw an egg at them?
Yeah.
Because they're not really embracing the whole spirit of remembrance.
Yeah. It's like, you want a war?
Yeah.
Well,
and they're making
start a war.
They're making noise.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, or maybe it was the woman, and she had a child, and it was like, you've disrespected my mother.
Picked up an
egg
egg
and she picked up an egg and threw it at the gentleman. But then the gentleman, that a man is alleged assaulted the 2 women. So do you reckon they threw eggs at him and he just chinned them?
Or threw eggs back.
Or threw eggs back, but really hard.
Oh, in my eye. Could be.
Not sure that's how they speak in Middlesbrough. They speak in Middlesbrough. They speak like Geordies, kind of, but a bit more Yorkshire.
They're somewhere between Yorkshire and Geordie.
Who moves?
Who moves?
Oh no, you threw them eggs at me.
Is that your Yorkshire?
Yeah. It's my impression of Johnny.
Do your hummus?
Who moves?
Who moves?
Who moves? Is that who moves smooth? It's not enough lemon in that who moves. Like, I mean, I've been in the Northeast for a little while now, my friend. I know a racist when I see one.
Do you think...
Not saying that people in the Northeast are racist. I take that back.
Do you think it's more racist up in the Northeast?
I think it's more institutionally racist. As in, like...
So
as opposed to where? Like Poland and stuff, yeah?
Poland's proper right.
Oh, Manchester.
Manchester or whatever. Was that what you said?
I would say it's like, we're going deep. I would say it's like more institutional racism. Like, you know, when your grandfather, that's a really bad example to use with you, because I would think it's very different. I think it's very different.
He was like, oh, the Arab. Like, to my mum, was like, oh, you married the Arab, and like, he was quite...
Really?
Yeah, he was. But I mean, they got over it. I mean, they just see him.
But it's like, you know, like when like my grandparents, you know, when they were here, like they would say stuff. Like they'd be like, I remember one actually when I was younger. We were driving in a car, and then my grandmother looked out the window, and she went, "Oh, there's a white lady and a coloured man there." Be like, "Oh, it's definitely the millennium now, isn't it?" And I was like, "Oh, wow." So like that's like institutional racism, isn't it? Like
no, it's
the way that they've been brought up.
Racism is racism within institutions.
Yeah, but they've been but I mean they've been institutionalized in their head.
No, I think that's just like racism.
Oh, just
it's
casual.
just like old generational racism.
Because like, I'm sure when we're older,
I know you're
like there'll be like robots about, wouldn't there?
Yeah,
and we'll be like, "Oh, robots aren't real people," and then our kids will be like, "You can't talk about Dave like that. That's racist, mate. That's robotist."
No, I don't think it will be the same thing. No.
You don't think there's going to be something where we look back and we go,
I'm sure there will be. So I think it's generational. I think it is ignorance, but I think it is just general racism.
Yeah.
I think institutional racism is literally racism within an institution, as in
like the police force,
like fire brigade,
like
NHS.
America.
America is institutionally racist.
Yeah, yeah.
And it also has normal racism.
But I'm not saying I've seen more racism in the Northeast, but I'll give you a little story about where I live. Right, so last Christmas, I'm not going to say where I live.
My heart.
I'm afraid.
last Christmas, you gave me my heart.
Yeah. Very next day, stamped on it, you bitch. But I live in the Northeast. I live like on like Northeast coastal area, very white area. And our friend came up to stay with us, and there was a nativity that Aurora was part of. And my friend who came up, she is like 6'3", black lady, right? She a big mama, all right, yeah. And so she came to the nativity with us, and as soon as we walked in, it was like I could almost hear gasps, and it's like so that's what I mean by. I don't necessarily think it's racist. I just think
that's racism.
What you think that is?
No, that's 100% racism.
Yeah, but
I know your argument is that they
I'm
haven't
not arguing.
seen.
Whoa! I'm not arguing.
No. What I mean is like they haven't seen enough black people to know better.
Okay, I'm not making that argument.
But that's what it sounds like.
I'm just trying to lube up the Northeast from hating me for saying shit like this.
I don't think they're going to hate you. I think there is a...
They should have a look in the mirror and sort their shit out.
I think the Northeast is actually one of the most pleasant places to live.
Oh, everyone's so nice.
Everyone's so nice.
Not like
but
London.
I think they should open their eyes a little bit to the 21st century in that regard.
But Newcastle's very multicultural. Like the city, very multicultural.
Not really, no.
No? No.
I mean, you have foreign students. But
anyway,
that's as multicultural as it gets.
But I made a joke. So they were singing a song. And as I made the joke, it went silent. And I nudged her and went, "You've made a fucking impression, haven't you?" And everyone turned around. And me and her started laughing. So they all turned around and it was just me and her laughing. And yeah, I mean, like, it was really funny because someone dropped their wallet and she bent down to pick it up and she like tapped on and went, "There's your wallet back." And he went, "Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you." I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, I would
calm
say
yourself down.
That's definitely racism.
Yeah.
Because what is racism other than prejudice? And they will be prejudiced. They might not be mean about it.
Yeah,
It might not be like malice, but it's like, you're different, you're not like me.
But let's hope the generation now, like our kids.
I hope so. I doubt it.
Our kids.
I doubt it. I think the problem is.
Well, you just mean in general, or you like because.
I think like until there's more integration of other cultures and societies in the Northeast, it'll be more difficult for them to move away.
Yeah.
If you go south, you do find it like in general. Yes, you still have racism.
I mean, unless you go down south,
Yeah.
like deep down south,
down,
like
yeah.
you know the Isle of Wight,
where
they've got like webbed feet,
Jersey.
they've got enough to deal with. It's fine.
I do think it doesn't
Isle of Wight.
It doesn't just go to black people, white people. It's also like anti-Semitism, Islamophobia.
It's just understanding, isn't it?
Of other people.
It's just understanding. That's
in
what
general.
it is. So anyway, from one racist part of the country, not racist, we're just having a conversation, to an actual racist, and that is a story about Donald Trump, not your president of the United States.
Thank God for that. I am really, really happy that you've got a Donald Trump story in.
Yeah, well, I had to find one.
Because I mean, like we've done this is like third or fourth.
Third one we've done, yeah.
Together.
And we never spoke about
Trump. And how is that possible?
I mean, we could just get his Twitter feed up and just laugh at that.
We could spend a few weeks at his Twitter feed.
We could.
I'm surprised no one took the Twitter away from him.
Like, well, how's he going to run the country if he hasn't got Twitter?
It's true.
How's he going to communicate with his staff?
Yeah.
Get me a cheeseburger.
Do you know anyone else like that?
I do, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you're watching, sort your shit out. You know who you are.
You do.
Again. Stop referencing people who could hate me after this. I don't care about that person though.
That's life.
So this is from the Daily Star.
What did I tell you? He loves the Daily Star.
We'll be back on the Daily Star now. I like the way I'm sitting. This is cushy now because I can still read because it's bigger print. It's from Tiffany Lowe. Yeah, you know Tiffany Lowe.
I'm pretty sure that's a nom de plume.
I don't know what that is.
Nom de plume?
What's nom de plume?
It's not her real name.
Oh, stage name.
Stage name.
Yeah.
Nom de plume.
She's actually called Tiffany High.
That was a terrible joke.
Donald Trump, that's why people tune in, man. Donald Trump's spiritual advisor leads bizarre prayer service to win election. So only in America would you have story. Like a
I actually heard the prayer. It was on the news. This was like on mainstream news.
Was it?
They actually like showed the whole prayer. It was like, I call on the servants and angels to win the election, to turn man's will into God's will.
Well, I mean...
Oh dear.
Pastor Paula White's bizarre prayer service has been brutally mocked online after it was live streamed in an apparent bid to help Donald Trump secure the election.
That's it. Angelic reinforcement. That's it.
I like the sound of that. Angelic reinforcement.
I call on angelic reinforcement to support Trump and the move of Christianity.
Fucking hell, man.
Move away from man's will and turn to God's will. Like she knows what God's will is.
Well, she's connected with the spirits, mate.
Clearly.
So I think you'll find that we're not professionals in her field.
It was disturbing to hear.
Are you going to let her tell you how to make a creme brulee?
No.
Exactly. So don't you tell her how to pray to the Lord.
If anything, it just makes me think like that section of Christianity, it's super more right wing than I thought it was.
Oh, absolutely. Like, we're going into like uncharted territory on this. Like,
We are, but you know who else has a problem with the same thing? Poland.
Yes.
Like, they've gone like.
But all
super
of the women are on strike right now. They're not working. They're not doing anything,
Yeah,
and
good.
it's being overturned.
By the
It's
way,
gonna be overturned.
President, whatever his name is in Poland,
Yeah.
don't tell women what to do with their vaginas, okay?
Well, and their wombs.
Yeah, and their wombs, and the whole.
Just don't tell women what to do
in general. Yeah, they can figure
What's
it out
next?
for themselves.
Not going to let them vote, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, take note, Saudi.
This is rather than Daily Ding Dong, we are just calling out on all governments for all your wrongdoing.
Yeah, let's get back on track and talk about the US government, because that's always fun. How do you say that?
Televangelist.
Yeah, has gone viral online after conducting an impassioned prayer service in an effort to secure Donald Trump's re-election. Presidential spiritual advisor, makes me laugh. Pastor Paula White told viewers on Wednesday that the angelic reinforcement has been summoned from Africa and South America. I'm not really sure Trump is going to get a lot of good vibes from Africa and South America, don't you think?
I'm pretty sure she doesn't know what she's talking about.
A clip from her sermon shows her leading the prayer in a near theatrical performance in the center of a podium as actors walk behind and around the stage. No way. Paula, who heads the Evangelical Advisory Board in Donald Trump's administration, because that's where, the USA should be spending money right now, is heard chanting, "Strike and strike and strike," because he's like, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll strike and strike.
I strike you down.
Yeah, we'll be like,
go devil.
Strike, there's the Mexicans. Strike, there's the black people. Strike, there's the Democrats. And then I hear a sound of abundance rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it. It's done for here. Victory, victory, victory. It sounds like they're going into World War III or something.
It's just ridiculous.
She continues in high spirits with emotional gestures while calling for the angelic reinforcement and attempting to battle the demonic confederacies that are attempting to steal the election from Trump, because obviously, Trump has actually won, because all of the votes don't count apart from the ones that were voted for, Trump. Pretty good turnout on the votes, though, right?
Yeah, it's the best they've ever had.
145 million or something.
The most votes ever cast in America
since 1900.
Probably more.
Probably more, I would say.
Per capita, it's probably less, but the actual volume is the most they've ever had.
Because it's like Biden got the most votes ever, and Trump got the second most votes ever, which is
insane.
Shit. So people still love Trump.
Yeah, I think this story outlines how stupid people have gotten. This is worse than the racism story, because racism, you can understand why it happens. Like when we're talking about the Northeast thing,
it's still wrong, by the way.
It's still wrong,
yeah.
100% wrong. But you can understand where people get it wrong.
Yeah.
This story is just about people being stupid, literally not using your brain at all.
Yeah. I mean, and then we're going to go more into the sermon. So we command that it's being exposed right now in the name of Jesus, she adds. The angels dispatched from Africa. Viewers were unsurprisingly stunned by the bizarre scenes and took to Twitter to share some hilarious reactions. This is where it gets good. I wish I was good at Twitter. A reverend wrote, "I am blown away how Paula White and Franklin Graham are seriously attempting to pray to a liberator for the success of an oppressor." Yes, on the nose, I think. On the nose.
Pretty.
Yeah. Another commented, "Not giving you victory. I despise. However you say that, con artists." Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I reckon that's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
I think that televangelists are con artists.
Yeah.
If you watch their show, they're literally, you can see them as well. They do miracles.
Yeah, I've seen that. They'll be like,
"Walk, boy,"
and then he's like,
"Oh my God,
Daddy, I can walk. The pastor saved me.
shut up, boy. You've been strapped in the chair.
That was a small break because we got rudely interrupted by, hey man, vape in. God, look at this.
I don't vape."
Tonk whip, innit? Tonk whip, innit, mate?
Special effects.
Chabadi G would be impressed.
Who?
Chabadi G.
Who?
Chabadi G.
Who's that?
Oh, Watch people just do nothing. You'd love it.
Watch people do nothing.
It's called People Just Do Nothing.
Fair enough, I will watch it.
Comment, and like if you watch People Just Do Nothing.
I watch you do nothing daily.
Oh, you're a cunt.
It's not true. He's really hardworking.
That is how you manage expectations, my friend. This is my friends. There's not one.
How do you manage? Like, they don't know what you mean.
Yeah, I know what I mean.
Promise nothing and deliver everything.
Yeah, basically.
But you don't.
Under promise, over deliver.
You do under promise and over deliver, but the under promise is non-existent, and the delivery is marginally.
Didn't realise I was getting like a 1-to-1 here.
Joking. He's a really exceptional.
Whatever,
person.
mate. Others mocked Paula by claiming she trying to rap during the prayer. Yeah, she's like, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Praise the Lord. Yeah. Sorry about that. These are some of the weakest bars I've ever heard, a viewer said. Man, them bars were weak. He needs to go up against Dizzy Rascal. The camera's moved, by the way. Just going to go...
You know what she... Like, she could have probably, like, done something with Kanye. Because Kanye likes Trump.
Yeah, but Kanye was running for president, wasn't he? So he doesn't want to help the Trump...
Yeah, but he had no chance of winning.
He was on the Trump train, though, wasn't he?
He was.
He was on the Trump train at one point when it suited him. I mean, he is Jesus, so he can kind of do whatever he wants.
Like, yeah.
I'm yet to see him walk on water, though. Oh, speaking of which, other news. So Kim Kardashian, did you see what Kanye did for Kim Kardashian?
No.
So Kim Kardashian had a birthday, and Kanye created a hologram of her deceased father. Yeah, so we all know that Kim Kardashian's father is the guy who got OJ off, for murdering.
He was an
wife.
Exceptionally talented lawyer.
Very talented. Very talented.
The gloves.
It was the gloves. That's all it took. Like,
I think those gloves actually fit really well.
Yeah,
If you see, like, I'm like, he's like stretching his fingers out.
Have you seen the book? It's like OJ Simpson. I would have done it if I did it this way or whatever.
No.
It was because it was done by the family of the lady. It's an unofficial, like, it's been written by an author.
Yeah.
But the way they marketed it, it looks like a biography, and it's like, if I did it, I would have done it like this kind of thing. It's insane.
Crazy.
I haven't read it because words are hard, but I've read the blurb, and it sounds like a great read for all you book nerds out there. So these are the weakest bars I've ever heard. Obviously hasn't heard Dappy from Endovs, my guy. The televangelist from Florida has been with Donald Trump since he ran for president in 2016. So he's going to keep her on the administration since he won. She had officially joined the administration as an advisor to the Faith and Opportunity Initiative, a religious voice in government. I think you really are fucking yourself over if you have a religion attached to your government. Like,
I think
if
it's
I'm
more
honest,
than fucking yourself over.
It's more bias, isn't it? It's just bias.
And also, especially like a made-up religion.
Well, triggered. For all you even... I don't even know how to say it.
Televangelist is because it's evangelist.
Evangelist.
Evangelists.
Yeah.
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 But it's just like the televangelists are the people who
do it on the telly.
Yes. Or they do
really?
it by radio. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The religion is like they're evangelists.
So old like vicar down the road, we can call him like a tele-Catholic if he's on the telly.
Yeah, I guess that's where they're coming from.
Okay, cool. Well, we all learned something today. So news on this day in history, or just what happened this day. There was a big thing that happened on this day, on November the 10th of 1969.
I can see that. You've like done like full-on highlights.
I know, it was just the way it copy and pasted from the website. So,
but this one's a big one.
Yeah, Sesame Street debuts. Yeah.
It's not that easy being green.
It's not cookie.
Hello. That's really deep. That's Elmo when he gets older.
Is Elmo? No, he was from the street, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was from the street.
Yeah, like Big Bird.
He's from the hood.
From the street. We all. I mean, I
you know
watched the street when I was a kid.
I always thought that Big Bird didn't make enough appearances.
He's on every episode.
I know.
He's the
I
leader
realised that.
of the street.
I realised that. I realised.
What's the word? What's the letter on the street today?
That's not his voice, is it? That's more like Kermit.
You know who I can't stand? Miss Piggy.
But that's the Muppets. That's not Sesame Street.
My bad.
Yeah, Miss Piggy's a bit stuck up.
Yeah,
isn't
she's
she?
a
Always
bitch.
putting Kermit down as
Yeah,
well.
no. Like,
When
why can't she support him?
Kermit's the real star.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Sorry, my if you can hear fans, it's my laptop going into hyperdrive. So on November the 10th, 1969, nice, Sesame Street, a pioneering TV show that would teach generations of young children the alphabet and how to count, made its broadcast debut. Sesame Street, or as better known as The Street, with its memorable theme songs, not going to read that because I think that is a song, went on to become the most widely viewed children program in the world. It has aired in more than 120 countries. The show was a brainchild of Joan Gans Cooney, a former documentary producer for public television. Cooney's goal was to create programming for preschoolers that was both entertaining and educational. Yes, so we know that blue monsters like to eat cookies. Very educational. Cookie.
I do think as well, like, it's good because obviously, clearly, before 1969, all children had problems counting 1 to 10 and doing the whole alphabet.
Yeah, that might be what it. Yeah, like the street saved them all.
Saves them all.
Yeah, who's the real Teddy Van Legion Angel?
What's even more intriguing is, like, actually, we've had now Sesame Street for, 40 odd years?
More than that. 16, yeah, all right, 50, yeah.
40 odd. Okay, 50 years, whatever.
Yeah.
And actually, maths and English is getting worse on the new.
I blame the schools.
No, it's just like obviously what happened.
Well,
like,
the street isn't like we don't.
Well,
really,
I think Sesame Street came along and the teachers were like, okay, we don't have to teach this anymore. Sesame Street does
we can
it for
just
us.
do finger painting.
Yeah.
Here is some crayons. What did you learn on the street last night?
Your
homework is to watch the street.
You know, with Aurora, like.
I know Aurora. Yeah.
You know Aurora.
Yeah.
Did you teach maths and English before she started school?
No, because we sent her to preschool to do that.
Like nursery?
Yeah, but before nursery.
Like what age?
Like 3.
3 years old?
Yeah.
That's nursery.
Schooled.
No, reception is not 3.
Reception's after nursery.
Reception's last 4 years old.
Yeah, there's nursery, reception, then year 1. But anyway, we did like counting games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So my kids like knew how to count to 20.
Yeah.
And more, and alphabet before they went to school. It's like not the school's job to like teach some fundamentals.
Yeah, I mean, I see school as a way of teaching Aurora social cues and how to get along with people from different backgrounds.
It's only because,
mainly,
as a father, he can't teach that to his daughter because he doesn't get on with anyone.
I really, really hate people. I'm fine with it because I'm really all right with them hating me, if I'm honest.
It's not true. He's very easy to get on with.
Vasking the hate.
Vask or Vask?
Yeah, but I mean, I really, you know, some people really rub me up the wrong way just by being them, which is my problem, not theirs, I'd like to say. But I will let them know it is their problem. Anyway, that's enough about me. She also wanted to use the TV as a way to help underprivileged 3 to 5-year-olds to prepare for kindergarten. The Street was set in a fictional New York neighborhood and included ethnic diverse characters and
That's
positive social message.
They just need to watch Sesame Street.
Mate, I swear. Like, anyone watching from the Northeast, because I'm not going to edit this too much, I'm not saying that you're racist, I'm just saying that Northumberland is racist.
Northumberland has a problem with racism. I wouldn't say you're all racist. I think, like, you know, just need to educate yourself.
I mean, we come from down south, so, like, you know.
There is racism down south as well.
Absolutely, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking everywhere.
They're fucking everywhere.
They're everywhere, aren't they?
Fucking disgrace, if you ask me.
Oh, I see them at the polo court all the time. Is it court or is it a ring or a field? Pitch.
I don't know. I don't play polo.
You don't play? What's the top for then?
It's
ruggers.
It's a rugby top, dickhead.
Ruggers, yeah. The Pirates.
I did play rugby.
For the RLFC, the Royal Loser Factionless Cunts. Divergence. Anyway, sorry about that. From the
I'm
show's
guessing
inception.
this is a football talk because it says Ralph Lauren FC, so football.
Ah, yes.
So it would be like an old school. I don't know. Anyway,
Football.
football.
It's just Ralph Lauren, mate. Cool.
Calm down.
Jeez. From the show's inception, one of its most loved aspects has been a family of puppets known as Muppets. What? Jonah, well, I'm interested now, hired Jim Henson to create a cast of characters that became Sesame Street's institutions, including Bert, Ernie, hey Bert, Ernie, Cookie Monster, Oscar the Grouch, my favourite, reminds me of my uncle.
Grover.
Not because he lives in a bin, just because he's grumpy. Grover and Big Bird. The subject tackled...
Do you think you'll be grumpy when you get older?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, I probably... I don't know.
I hope not. I was thinking about this just yesterday.
What, you thinking about me being grumpy or
in
you
general,
being grumpy?
I think also I have a proclivity to be able to get to that way if you don't stop yourself in your tracks.
Yeah.
Like I see family around me, like uncles and parents and stuff, and I'm like, how do you stop yourself becoming that?
But my uncle's grumpy in a funny way, like in a good way. Like he'll
yes,
just be like,
maybe
oh.
to you, but surely for like damages your soul.
Nah. Well, he's grumpy with us, but I think he's a hoot with his friends.
Maybe
it's just me
So
who
just
makes
you.
him grumpy.
Yeah.
But I'm grumpy with him. We like sit down and be grumpy together.
So you've answered that question. You will be grumpy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad. We would like to do a book actually.
Would
called
you?
Two Grumpy Chefs, yeah. We're just looking for a financial backer. The subjects tackled by Sesame Street have evolved with the times. In 2002, the South African version of the program, Takalini Street, also known in South Africa as The Street, introduced a 5-year-old Muppet character called Kemi, who is HIV positive. In order to help the children living with the stigma of a disease that has reached the epidemic proportions. Well, that came out of nowhere. I'm glad that they introduced a...
It's good that...
So that was in 2002. So Cami, who has HIV positive, is probably dead now anyway, so...
No, there's lots of drugs that look after people with AIDS.
I was making an inappropriate joke, so yeah.
But I would say, like, I wouldn't be comfortable with my 5-year-old learning what HIV is
Be like, oh, so we got Big Bird. Yeah, he's a big bird.
I do think
we got
like it also
Oscar
like,
the Grouch.
There's too much.
He's grouchy.
There's too much like being put on kids at that age. Like they want them to do like sex education at that age. It's ridiculous. They want them to do. No, it is honestly.
It is ridiculous. I don't want. Yeah.
It's. I do think that they should wait till they get to.
No,
like,
it's a 5-year-old Muppet, not for 5-year-olds. But I guess it is.
No,
there.
but the Sesame Street is for like the 3 to 5 age bracket.
Yeah.
Why would you need your 3 to 5-year-old to learn about HIV, even if they have it themselves? Even if they have that,
Mate, it was 2002. It was just a different time.
Clearly, 18 years. I know. I just think it's a lot. Like you're putting a lot. The idea of a child, like surely you should like make them have fun and as few worries as possible.
I mean, what? Yeah, but like, there's loads of fun to be had with HIV positive as a subject. You know, you got the H, the I, the V. It's positive.
I can't get down on this with you.
Well, we ain't got to get down on it anyway. In 2006, a new Muppet called Abby Caddaby made her debut and was positioned as the show's first female star character. Wow, it took that long.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Fucking hell.
4 years before they could have a female character, they had a HIV character. You see the problem here? Like, where's the priorities? Surely like 20
Well, we know where yours are. In an effort to
I'm sorry,
encourage...
young ladies, but you don't have a place on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
It's reserved for like
unless
HIV.
you've got HIV. In an effort to encourage diversity and provide a strong role model for girls. In May 2019, a Muppet character whose mother is battling addiction was introduced, acquainting kids to the opioid crisis. So that's for America. There's a real issue in America right now with heroin.
For 3-year-olds?
For heroin. I mean, look, I'm not sitting in these think tanks.
So the Muppet comes out...
I don't know. Oh,
hey guys, I just had some heroin.
No, it's the Muppet's mother who is who's battling addiction.
So what, does the Muppet come along like, guys, like I went home last
They'll
night.
be like, what's wrong, Abby? And she's like, well, you know, my mum, She didn't wake up this morning. Had to make her own breakfast. Why is that? She likes heroin.
She OD'd.
She's dead. Well, it's a big problem in the States right now.
I'm sure it is.
It's huge.
I'm not sure the platform for dealing with the problem is Sesame Street. That's what I'm saying.
Well, man, I think we need to sit down with the showrunners, find out.
I think, if anything, you should reverse it and have the evangelists doing Sesame Street.
We'll have and then the Muppets, in Trump's administration. Yeah, because then they'll match him.
Isn't it always like that?
Yeah, I think so. Right, so that was quite a big one that happened. Nothing else really happened. We've got some birthdays and stuff to go through. But in 1619, many moons ago, even before the creation of America. Yeah, I've got that right, haven't? Yeah. René Descartes has the dream that inspires his meditations on first philosophy.
That's a good one.
Wow. I don't understand any of that, but...
First philosophy?
What is the first? Is it a book?
It's the first time someone put pen to paper an idea of philosophy.
Oh, and philosophized philosophy. In 1674, Dutch formally cede New Netherlands to the English. Way.
Fair enough.
I mean, English were cunts like back in the day, right?
Is that a trick question?
No.
Yes, they were.
I think so.
Raping and pillaging was their main
heritage.
Yeah.
We're all immigrants now, though, really, aren't we? Because of
not in the northeast.
We didn't. Sorry. I hope that people, if they listen to this and they're from the northeast, they can take this as a joke.
I think they should.
That's what it's meant to be.
They should be able to take it.
And if they're not listening to me say this right now, I'll just put a little disclaimer up, just saying joke. No, I won't. Fuck them.
No, fuck them. If you can't take a joke, people do jokes at me all the time, like Tam, you're fat. I'm like, they should be able to handle that they're racist. Yeah.
In 1885, German engineer Gottlieb Daimler unveils the world's first motorcycle.
He's famous because he's also the person that merged with Mercedes.
Right.
Daimler Mercedes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, ages ago?
Oh, yes, 1885.
No, but when he merged with Mercedes.
2 centuries ago, mate.
When he merged with Mercedes.
Yeah, it was in the early 1900s.
Cool. Anyway, I like
also,
motorcycles.
Daimler was
they
the
go
company
very
that
fast.
bought Smart Car. So Smart Car, everyone thought it was owned by Mercedes. It was actually owned by Daimler.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bloody smart cars. Do you remember when they first came about?
I loved Smart Cars.
Yeah.
I like the... Fuck off.
Sorry, I was just watching you get in a smart car.
At the time Smart Cars came out, I was much smaller.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
Do you get the Roadster?
No, actually, I like the Crossblade.
I don't know what that is.
It was like a normal for 2, but it had no roof, no doors, and a little windshield.
Wow.
There was only 500 of them.
Sounds extremely dangerous.
It was they're super fun. I'll try and find one for you.
I mean, they went like go-karts, didn't they? Sort of. I mean, I've never driven one.
The Brabus ones are pretty quick.
Yeah, they sound naughty as well for a smart car.
Smart Crossblade.
Smart
Search it, people.
Crossblade.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, extremely dangerous, actually.
No, they're well fun.
They do look like
I
a
had
little
one of these.
You had one?
Yeah.
I like that rims, just that it's the Mercedes sign, isn't it?
Very well engineered cars.
Very well engineered by Daimler.
Another small car, Mini. I've told you this.
Yeah. I like the Mini.
I know he's now envisaged
like
me getting out of Mini, but the Countryman is quite good.
They're big, man. They got the same chassis as Range Rover.
No way.
Yeah, they've got the same chassis as a Range Rover, as the normal standard Range Rover. It's the same chassis. Yeah, that's why they stick to the ground and they're good for doing track days and stuff, because the wheels are so wide, like the chassis.
Wow.
I know, and that's why they're so wide, and because they're really low, they won't spin.
The handling is amazing.
They won't spin, and that's why, because they've got a large surface area or some shit. I don't know, engineers and stuff. 1918.
Words.
Western Union cable office in North Sydney, Nova Scotia, receives a top secret coded message from Europe stating on November 11th, 1918, all fighting would cease on land, sea, and in the air. So that means...
I mean, this is a big
1918, tomorrow, it would be ceasefire.
Yeah,
it's the end of the war. Was today.
The last day of the war
was the 10th of November.
Today,
but
in 1918 of World War I. That's a big one.
It is a big one. Big one.
Awesome.
Looking forward to the third one.
Third war.
Yeah. No. Now that Trump, is out of the picture, he's probably going to go and go to Russia and be like, he's got deals, hasn't he? He's got fucking deals. He wouldn't leave. He wouldn't leave the government without deals.
Just a fucking bankrupt, isn't he?
He's just going to bankrupt it.
No, he's being bankrupt 60.
Oh yeah. That's how you dodge the tax man in here.
He paid $750 on his first year in office. Barack Obama on his first year in office paid $1.8 million.
What, you mean for stuff to do?
$750 tax.
Fuck me. And do you know how much they spend on the election? So in the UK,
it's like 400 million.
So in the UK we have a limit.
Yeah.
And we're not allowed to advertise on TV.
And you also have to declare who gives you money in the party.
Yeah, exactly. It's really strict over here, but it's still fucked. 1989, Germans begin demolishing the Berlin Wall. Yes, and that was with Baywatch Man, wasn't it?
So this is a big one for you, Dom, because this is the precursor to Poland getting independence in the 90s.
It is indeed.
Did 1990, no? You don't know. I'm pretty sure it's 1990. When Poland stopped being under Soviet rule.
And it was the...
89, I think.
I think it's 90.
I think it's 89.
I think it's 90.
When my brother was born.
You might be right, because my wife was born in 89 and it was around that time, but anyway.
Same-ish.
The point is, I think this is the precursor. The Berlin Wall being taken down kind of collapsed all of the Soviet states as
Absolutely.
well.
And it was... Who's the guy from Baywatch?
It's
not... I don't know.
Hasselhoff.
Yeah, Hasselhoff. He was there.
No, Hasselhoff was there.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
wow.
He used his big strong muscles
it's
to
good.
push the wall over.
Did he have red shorts on?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
He had a float hanging off of him.
But what's the
just in case someone was drowning.
Did he arrive in kit?
In kit? Sorry, Michael. He did not. Fuck man, old. 1991, South Africa's first cricket international since 1970.
That's ridiculous.
One Day versus India.
No one cares.
Is it Team One Day versus India, or is it South Africa's One Day versus India? Anyway, I mean it's cricket. So we've got some birthdays. Don't know who these people are. So
you don't know who Martin Luther is?
It's not the Martin Luther you think.
Yeah. I just realised that by the
1483, a guy called Martin Luther, a white guy called Martin Luther, was born. In 1683.
Oh come on, you must know who that is.
Oh what? I know of the thing that's named after him.
Yeah, so he invented that.
Oh, so 1683, George II, and then in 1919, Mikhail Kalashnikov, murder.
So you know Kalashnikov is like the...
It's that AK-47, right?
Yes, it's the most made weapon. It's also the most reliable weapon in the world. It also fires like underwater and shit.
So if you want a gun, get a Kalashnikov.
Yeah, and actually they exported their guns.
You heard it here first.
Like in Egypt, for example, before like Camp David in the 70s, before there was like big problems with Egypt and Israel.
Yeah.
But they made their own versions for Egypt, which only had like 2-barrel rather than the 4-barrel that the AK-47 has. I digress, but anyway, it's super famous.
Super famous, Kalashnikov, like great name of a grime band, grime group.
The Kalashnikov killed
everyone.
They
had a guy, a well-known guy called Akala, who was part of the group. They did a song called Murder, which is what I referenced earlier. So I've just got a message on eBay. He is tomorrow or go or fuck up. So now we got the last segment, everyone's favourite segment. Well, my favourite segment.
We never used to do this.
Yeah, we did. We used to do Kris Picks. We've done Kris Picks every fucking week.
We've done Kris Picks.
No, we haven't.
Oh, my bad. Oh yes, I remember now.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, I have been away.
It's our favourite bit.
I know. It's this or this. Okay.
This
great.
or this. So today we've gone with British dishes. I actually, do you know what? I couldn't It's going to be really hard because I've written stuff that I know you can't eat.
Well, I can eat them because I eat variations of
yeah, all right.
Yeah,
so you can have like a chicken sausage, I guess.
Or like a Scotch egg made with like
kippers. Yeah.
Or turkey. Whatever, you know what I mean.
God, mate.
Or you could have a duck one with mushroom ketchup.
Yeah, but that still had pork in it. So
fuck's sake. You know you can get sausage meat that isn't pork.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. Heck sausages, by the way. If you want a really good sausage that isn't pork, Heck do a good sausage.
They also do pork ones as well. Heck. Right, so we go in for Kris Picks. I know the rules, you know the rules.
Okay.
The rules are,
I remember
for all you new people, the rules are that I say two things, Tam has to pick which one he likes more, then we discuss it for a little bit. We've gone for British dishes or just British things, like that you eat or put in your mouth. And quiet at the back, please. And so we're going to first start off with bangers and mash or toad in the hole.
Toad in the hole.
Or as Gino DeCampo likes to call
Toad
it,
in the hole.
sausage in the hole. Toad in the hole.
Toad
Yeah,
in the
why toad in the
I
hole? Is it
love-
the pastry?
I love Yorkies.
You love
It's not
Yorkies?
pastry, it's Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah, it's a pastry though, isn't it? Or batter. Sorry,
Batter,
you like
yeah.
the batter.
Yeah, I like that better.
I would definitely get it from the pastry section though. In the kitchen. Give me that roly-poly and the Yorkshire pudding, innit?
I'm guessing you would go for bangers and mash.
I liked toad in the hole as a kid. I liked it, but my mum used cheap shit sausages, so I liked it. But now, like looking back, I was kind of like, I love sausage and mash with spring greens, crispy onions, thick jus. Oh,
I mean, it's sausages and mash. It's not a fake jus. It's fucking gravy.
well,
Just
go
saying.
and fuck yourself. So, Scotch egg or sausage roll?
Scotch egg.
Scotch egg. Cool.
I don't know, like
I agree with Scotch egg.
the sausage roll thing, like dry.
Well, we can
flaky
do
pastry
this in
with
two
fucking
parts.
sausage
So, from a restaurant, say you came here and there was a sausage roll or a Scotch egg with a soft boiled Scotch egg. Yeah, I'm pointing at an area where we would put stuff like that. You would go for the Scotch egg.
I wouldn't go with either, but if I had to pick out of the two, I would never have a sausage roll.
You would never have the
I
sausage
just don't
roll.
understand the appeal of a sausage roll.
Yeah, but I mean,
such a waste of calories.
At a restaurant, I love a Scotch egg, like with a runny yolk. Like
Yeah.
I will probably like always order a Scotch egg if it's
Yeah.
on the menu, just so I can test it out and see if I need to steal the recipe or something. But if I'm out and about and I see like a Scotch egg, let's say at like a
Greggs.
pastry like Greggs, they don't do
Yeah, but if
Scotch
they
eggs.
did,
But if they did, I would go for a sausage roll just for the easiness of eating it.
sausage roll is just. I don't know, mate. Like, I really don't understand why people love it here.
I think we need to make like some banging sausage rolls. That's what we need to do.
I think
You've got to
if
fill them
you
with different
made
stuff.
The best sausage roll you've ever made, and I ate
You
pork.
just still
I
wouldn't
still
like
wouldn't
it.
like it.
But you can have different stuff than pork in a
It's not
sausage
about
roll,
the pork, mate. It's not about the pork. It's about the
The
concept
pastry,
of pastry with
meat, just
meat in it.
wrapping
So I
pastry
don't
up.
love pies either.
You don't love pies.
I know you look at me like you don't love pies.
Are you sure?
The only pie I like is like a mince pie on Christmas with a glass of milk.
Of course you do.
That's why I make a good Santa, both
Can
in
we
size.
stop talking about pies because they're coming up? Eaten mess, like a proper eaten mess, not a
I fucking
deconstructed.
hate both.
Not
of these.
not a deconstructed eaten mess, but like an eaten mess or a trifle.
I fucking hate them both.
But which one would you prefer?
Trifle.
Ugh. I fucking hate trifle, man.
I can't stand both of them.
Really, you don't like the meringue and the
No.
cream and
It's
of
fucking
the
horrible.
eaten
It's
mess?
the laziest. It's like someone did eat a mess. It's like what the baked Alaska or like
Yeah.
a really decent dessert like this. Put an English spin on it and fuck it up
What with strawberries?
with strawberries, meringue, and cream. Like
I need to make an eaten mess for old
It's
chef.
like a
yeah.
pavlova.
I need to make an eaten mess for chef.
pavlova.
Yeah, it's just sugar in a glass, man.
Yes, just absolutely just
Sugar in a
great.
glass and put a bit of ice cream on top of it.
And by the
got a
way,
fucking
trifle
sundae.
wise, you can make a lovely trifle.
I fucking hate trifle. I don't
Why?
like jelly, like the jelly bit of it and the cold set custard.
I do like the sponge and the custard and the cream.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've had really bad trifles. I've never had like a proper made trifle
I
where
don't-
every
yeah.
element is made and it's all lovely and stuff. It's always been like at a kid's party.
See, if I was
like
doing, if
there's
we were doing a
fucking
trifle as dessert here,
Yeah,
I would do it like a plated trifle, and I would make like the gel from like a fruit gel,
yeah.
and then like pipe the fruit gel.
Liquid gel, guys.
Liquid gel.
If you want a
Then,
recipe, that
Like a
let
nice
us know.
creme chantilly or creme diplomat as the cream.
Yeah.
And then a Genoise sponge with some like
One of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be nice. Like
I'm sure it would be nice, but as just standard like prepackaged trifle,
It's
they're
fucking
fucking.
awful.
You get
Awful.
Oh mate.
My dad loves trifle. Like,
Yeah.
loves it. He's like, it's the one British food. He's like, yes, trifle. You know, like in Christmas, after Christmas dinner, he has to have trifle.
Oh god, that sounds
Can you
way
imagine?
too much, mate.
Christmas dinner, trifle.
I'm like already rolling about. Like, don't want a trifle. I mean, fucking Christmas pudding's a bit of a stretch, but I'll still, brandy cream is cool. Sorry, Calvados. Rice pudding or jam roly-poly? You know what a jam roly-poly is?
Yes, I do. Jam roly-poly.
I'm just asking, man.
Jam roly-poly. The nostalgia. Also, I don't like rice pudding. I know
you don't like rice pudding.
I'm the only one in my family that doesn't like rice pudding. I just think rice belongs on main courses, not on dessert.
I would pick rice pudding. I've never been a massive fan of jam roly-poly, but I've never been a massive fan of cake. Like, just in general.
Like who is this guy?
Cake.
Do you know anyone that doesn't like cake? Loser. Doesn't like cake, doesn't like ketchup.
I know.
How is he a chef?
I know, two things that go together very well, I hear.
Yeah,
but rice pudding, there's two types of rice pudding. There's like rice pudding that I would serve at a restaurant, which is like...
What's that?
Oh yeah, don't worry about it, we'll get to that. I like rice pudding, like what I remember when I was a kid is when it's been baked and you don't agitate it and you just let it bake and you get the skin.
My mum does like that, and in Egypt we do the creamy one.
Yeah, like in a pan.
Yeah, then you like desiccated coconut, pistachio, and sultanas on top, and it is nice. It's just not for me.
Yeah, you just don't like rice pudding.
Yeah.
I put it on the menu while he was away, and he's like, "What is this shit doing here?"
I literally came back.
Just like to say, everyone else who's had it has been like,
everyone loved it.
What's this shit?
I'm not being funny.
Here?
Yeah? He put it in a cereal bowl. It looked like
I don't think
porridge.
It's necessarily added. Yeah, I was trying to get that like breakfast vibes after they eaten their meal. And then
like
they'll be ready. They'll be ready.
I could have got down
nostalgia.
with it more if it was like some thought process in.
Oh man, the nostalgia in the spoon though, like that's what rice pudding for me. Like the spoon, like rice pudding, and I guess trifle, and like even like tiramisu is like pure nostalgia driven flavour. Like for a lot of people,
maybe.
Like definitely.
Okay.
Right, next one. This is the most important one. Scone or scone?
Scones.
Oh god.
I do love scones with clotted cream and jam.
Do you rip them? You don't cut them?
No, I cut them. I cut them. I cut them and smear the clotted cream and then the jam and then put them back as a sandwich.
Yeah. Well, I call it a scone.
Also,
not a scone.
No, I'm joking. I am impartial.
Either or. Scone.
It does need
all the same to me.
It needs to have sultanas in it. It needs to have like
like a fruit scone. I like a cheese scone though. I like a cheese scone.
I actually make epic scones.
Yeah. We'll have to have a scone off. Who wants a scone off?
So we should do a scone off.
Yeah. We'll do a whole afternoon tea off.
I actually, you know,
sounds like an awesome video.
I absolutely love afternoon tea.
Yeah.
The whole prospect of it, like sitting down, having a tea in the teapot.
They fucking love it up here as well.
I know. It's insane. It's like it's actually really nice.
Yeah, afternoon tea is awesome.
I don't like gents' afternoon tea in Castle.
Whose afternoon tea?
The gents one.
Oh, in the afternoon.
Sausage roll.
You don't like sausage roll anyway.
Yeah, I know, but if I was going to do it, I'd
do Scotch egg.
I'd do a Scotch egg. I'd do like maybe a slider burger or something.
Yeah, oh man, I've seen pictures of them, man. I'd do like Scotch egg, and then I'd do a chicken thigh bonbon with a bone popping out. Yeah. And then, which we started doing actually.
It's way
near the end of
way better.
Near the end of my residency there.
Tenure. Okay.
Mince pies or Christmas pudding?
Mince pie.
Cool. Why?
I like the pastry of a mince pie, traditional mince pie, like the shortness of it.
Yeah. It's very crumbly.
Flavor. But I don't. The caveat is I don't like it with brandy in it. I like a.
What
like
in the mix inside? Yeah.
I don't like the flavour of brandy in mince.
Like I would definitely smash more mince pies than I would Christmas pudding. But I love a Christmas pudding.
Christmas pudding, mate, is so sicky.
I know, but it just reminds me of like, it's just like a fruit loaf, isn't it? It like reminds me of like malt loaf. But like sweeter and nicer. It's not like malt loaf at all, is it?
I don't know, I can't.
Do you like the Calvados cream?
No.
The
whole thing.
We'll move on then. Now the big question is shepherd's pie or cottage pie?
Cottage pie.
Why cottage pie?
I just think that lamb in mince is not great always.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the cottage pie, like, it's more flavour. It goes better with like fluffy mashed potatoes. I just think it's nicer.
Okay, I'm on the other side of the fence there. I like shepherd's pie. I like the fat in the lamb.
Really?
I like the fattiness
in the lamb. If I'm
fat
in lamb, I want it actual fat. I don't want like it in the mince. I want like if I had a shoulder of lamb, like roasted off.
Well, what I do is I brown the mince, and then I drain it, and then I use that fat that I've drained off to then cook the veg, and use that as the fat to cook the veg rather than adding oil and stuff like that. It's an insight into process of cooking shepherd's pie, but yeah, I'm shepherd's pie. I like the fattiness of the lamb and the kind of like the more like sweetness of the lamb, or like gaming. I don't know the
definitely more gamey.
gaminess of the lamb.
Unless you put in carrot, like brimoise or carrots.
I put the brimoise in. Use milk as well. Use milk.
That's weird.
Oh, it's nice.
I don't use milk.
Milk
so
and cinnamon.
I do like brown the onions, add garlic, add the meat, brown it up, and then I add brimoise of carrots and celery, bay leaves, and then like cook it out, tomato puree, paprika, all the rest of the herbs and spices.
Do you like scorch the puree? Like scorch that shit. Remember, guys, tomato puree, scorch your puree, burn it. Just burn it. It'll be fine. I promise. Fish and chips or a fish finger sandwich.
Oh,
not as easy as you think, is it?
I reckon I will go fish finger sandwich. I'm sick to death of fish and chips since I got up here.
Yeah.
Like it's a thing.
Have you had some bad experiences?
No, everyone does it pretty well
They
up
do.
here.
And a lot of it's beef dripping as well.
Yeah, which is you need beef dripping.
Damn.
But I just like every time you have fish and chips, it's like oil and oil and oil, and you're like. So I like fish finger sandwich with homemade tartar sauce.
Yes.
None of that Stockport shit. Like you make your mayonnaise.
Maybe
shallots,
make sure you chop it up properly though, guys.
Yeah,
no one likes a chunky caper.
Yeah. I don't put capers in my tartar sauce.
Oh, it's not tartar sauce then.
It is. Honestly. I'm gonna make it. You'll love it.
Yeah. Use the little
cornichons.
Nah, the little capers. Use cornichons as
Caper-
well. They're
caper
nice
berries.
and bitter, aren't they? Nah, caper
Oh,
berries are massive. The Lilliput.
Lilliput.
Always reminds me of a Pokemon. Lilliput. I mean, I'm going to go fishing. I like a fish finger sandwich. I like selling fish finger sandwiches because I think they look fantastic. And I like putting them together.
So a friend of mine is really he has a good job in Birdseye in marketing.
Yeah.
And he like devised this thing of everyone has to do a fish finger sandwich at home and they send it in and they pick the winner.
Oh right, yeah, I saw that. It was general public were allowed to do it, weren't
so
they?
it was actually my friend's campaign.
Oh, nice.
And he's a really nice guy. He loves cooking and stuff. So it was like super well devised.
Yeah.
So it was like, can you just like throw together a sandwich and send it over for him?
Yeah.
So it was like quite fun. I do think they photograph really well.
Yeah, they do. There's a funny story about a competition actually. There was a company, I can't remember what they're called now. I feel really bad because they were great to work with. But they did a competition in their magazine. And I think it was just like best, like, I don't know, fish dish or whatever. And I was looking through their magazine with the rep and I was like, I recognise that picture. And it was someone had sent in a picture and the recipe from Great British Chefs and fucking won. And it's like, I can't remember what chef did it, but I was using it for a warm tartar sauce recipe. And I was like, just 1 second. I had to look through my phone and I was like, that's that, and that's not that chef. Like, this motherfucker, it was Nathan Outlaw. This is Nathan Outlaw. He did that. Not that motherfucker there with the stripy.
Wow.
It was quite
How
funny.
could you
I don't think they got pulled up for it. A bit of a weird one here because I know they're not the same, but I was
you were like
struggling. All right. So full English or bubble and squeak.
Full English.
Now, for people who don't know what bubble and squeak is, you can have a bubble and squeak on your full English. But a bubble and squeak is basically a hash brown with all of the veg that you had left over from the day before. Yeah. And then you make like a hash, and then you put a bit of bacon, a bit of fucking black pudding, a poached egg, and off you fucking go. Beautiful bubble and squeak. I'm gonna go with full English because I like beans.
I like beans too.
I like beans.
You know, I used to hate beans when I was little.
Oh really?
Yeah, I just didn't like them. And as I got older, I've liked them more. But I will eat them like maybe once every 2 months. It's not like a regular thing.
I would just eat them with full English, if I'm honest. Unless I've made the a cassoulet beans.
Beans on toast is quite nice.
Oh yeah, with a bit of cheese.
Even just
like beans on toast.
Buttered wholemeal toast from Morrison's.
Yes, Morrison's sponsor next week.
And no, because actually they do really, really nice wholemeal sliced bread.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
But I like a full English. What eggs do you get for a full English? For a full English?
Fried eggs.
Fried eggs. Good man. It's not full English if it's got poached eggs, even though poached eggs are my fave.
I have no problem with poached eggs on a full English, and I'll tell you why. Because I think the thing about full English, you need a yolk. Whether it's fried or not.
Oh, yeah. If you go to a greasy spoon, like, you're either going to have undercooked or overcooked, let's face it.
Yeah. I've never been to a greasy spoon. So.
Oh, you should come with me one time when the world opens back up again. I'll tell you what greasy spoon we'll go to. We'll go to the one on The Apprentice. We will drive to London and we will be depressed. I've
been to.
We have to go in a suit though.
That road like at least 1,000 times in my life.
But we have to go in a suit so that we can pretend that we're going into a board meeting, and then I'll say it's your fault.
Yeah.
And you say it's my fault. and we'll have a cup of tea.
We should actually film one of these.
It's your fault. Now your turn.
No, it's not my fault. It's your fault.
You-
I told you to sell to that gang over there in the market, and you just fucked off and did nothing for 3 hours.
You never gave me a budget.
I didn't have to give you a budget. It's to sell.
Arsehole. And scene. Pie and liquor or a Cornish pasty?
Pie and liquor.
Pie and liquor, yes.
Finally, we agree
He's a
on something.
fucking Londoner, and he doesn't like pies.
I love
but he
London
likes
town.
pies more than a Cornish pasty.
Cornish pasties are
Cornish pasties are all right if you find like a really like a well-made Cornish pasty. If you get it from like Gingsters or the Cornish pasty shop, it's just filled with swede and potatoes. It's like, and the pastry ain't great. But pie and liquor, man, there's some great pie and liquor places like in
East
Covent
London.
Garden.
Also, when I was working in Goldman Sachs, there was a great place in the city. I just can't remember. I'll try and find the name for you. It's like a little independent pie shop. They did the best liquor.
Liquor's good, man.
Yeah.
Liquor's good. If you haven't had liquor with pie, if you have no liquor with pie, then
If you have no liquor with pie, you have not lived.
like if you're in London, you'll be able to get some liquor. But if not, just look up a recipe. It's simple. Like, give it a go. Right, black pudding or white pudding?
I can't do this one.
All right, I'm gonna say black pudding because white pudding is a little bit too grainy for me, and I love black
I don't know
pudding.
why people eat black pudding. It's fucking gross, mate.
It's delicious. You can't eat it. You can't eat it anyway.
Dom, would you ever eat pig's blood?
No.
Yeah,
I
see?
never ate pudding ever.
Never
See?
had black pudding or white pudding.
No one's, and she's Polish.
We'll just
you
move
know,
on.
by the way, like meat-wise, Poland, like they use pig more than England. Like it's in everything. Like
We just are pigs.
yeah. Wow.
You are what you eat.
No, so that's what I'm saying. Like, why would we take the blood and make it into a fucking? It's weird.
Oh, because it's fucking lovely.
It stinks, man.
It's so nice.
Horrible.
Especially the French stuff.
I do
It's
not
like
know the French
cubes,
stuff.
cubes of fat.
Oh, so basically they make it even more interesting by putting more fat inside, huh?
Oui.
It is the same fucking shit I'm telling you. Don't eat it. It is going to make you have a heart attack.
Did somebody say art attack?
Oi!
Right.
What happened to that
We
Neil
have-
Buchanan story?
I couldn't follow up, mate.
It doesn't follow up.
No, it doesn't follow up.
It's just like
if you're
this.
lucky next week, yes, this is going to be weekly again after the 2 weekly episodes we did, and I think I've just sat on my scrotum because it's hurt a little bit. But anyway, so this is the final one,
I know the answer.
and this is I know you know
This
the
is
answer,
easy.
but this is a divide between north and south. So first, I want you to establish with me where you think the south ends and the north begins. Don't worry about the Midlands.
I would say Manchester.
Is where the north begins.
When I was living in London, I said anything north of M25.
Yeah, I know. And anyone who lives in Newcastle will say anything south of the Angel of the North is south.
So I think probably Manchester is pretty fair. Is the middle.
Cool. So where's Manchester? Because I think the north ends at Sheffield. I think Sheffield is the last northern.
It's very
So
close.
I
to
don't
Sheffield
think
and
Manchester
far away.
isn't.
Yeah, it's the midsection. You're right, probably.
But where do you think the south finishes?
The south.
Yeah. So when you go up, where does the south end?
Northampton.
Northampton. Where's Northampton?
Is that south of Manchester?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think
Luton?
I think it's Luton. Essex. So I think that Cambridge is the beginning of the south.
That's reasonable.
Nottingham, yeah, Nottingham is just.
Yeah,
whoa, it's not
not-
very far from Sheffield,
see?
is it? Where? Oh yeah, Manchester is above Sheffield. So
Yeah,
that
so
makes
I was
sense.
right by Manchester.
Yeah, you were. I was just. I'm
So
sorry about
Manchester
that.
is typical. So
So
Manchester.
there's Cambridge.
I would say, to be honest, Cambridge is a little bit high.
It's a little bit high.
Yeah.
But
the south.
but when you walk through Cambridge, you can still hear the oh.
But that's not
It's
north
the
and
southern,
south.
The southern gabbling.
That's more-
no.
It's more like because you get that also in like Corbridge up here.
And Hexham.
Yeah.
Hexham.
So I think that is just like certain.
Shout out to the southern sounding Hexham motherfuckers in the northeast.
They're not southern sound. They just speak properly.
They
They're accentless,
they are.
heartless.
Yeah, like from Kingdom Hearts.
Heartless.
So last big question is, now that we've established where we think the south and the north begin
I don't
and
know.
end,
I don't know what the answer of what you're alluding.
you'll find out.
I
So,
like-
Vimto or Ribena.
Ribena.
Ribena for me. Fuck you, Vimto. So in the north,
Scotsmen as well, especially love Vimto.
in the north, yeah, especially in the northeast, it's all about the Vimto.
Why?
I don't know because it tastes like shit. You have to put like double.
like
I know
shit.
that Ribena, yeah, is quite expensive, But you have to
It's
put
not that expensive.
double. You have to put but compared to Vimto,
What's the price difference?
It's like half the price, man.
Well, Vimto's half the price for Ribena. Is that
Ribena,
fact?
but I think so, mate. It's like we'll at home we'll get Ribena as a treat,
Okay.
mate. Like,
That's why my shopping bill was a lot this week.
yeah, because you
I
got
bought the
6
Ribena.
bottles of Ribena.
No, I got them one bottle. And I've never bought Ribena.
Yeah, so you're like,
I went and got Robinsons.
How much?
I was like, how is it 80 quid more this week? That expensive.
Ribena. But with Vimto, you have to put like twice as much of the Vimto in the glass as you do Ribena
False
to get
economy,
a decent.
mate. It's just false economy.
Just like Blue Roll.
Taking the piss.
Is Blue Roll a false economy? Yeah, of course it is. Just use a cloth, guys. Don't use a cloth. It's unhygienic.
It's not unhygienic if you're constantly washing it.
Yeah, I don't know how you can constantly wash something
have
and
more
use it
than
at the
one
same
cloth.
time.
Or have more than one, dickhead.
I always have more than one cloth.
Just-
Right. Anyway, I've been Chris. This has been Tam. You can go over to Instagram and follow us both. Link will be in the description if you are watching this right now. Which why wouldn't you? But he is Chef Tamagotchi. Go and follow him. He does some great stuff on Instagram.
Thanks a lot.
All his food.
I wish I could say this.
I do nothing. On that note,
He does.
bye.